What's up, Garage Gym Revolution? It's Coach Evan on day 2 of 5 of your live training. You know the deal. If you're here with me live, I want to see it in the comments. Throw us a like, hashtag live so I can shout you out. If you're watching the replay, like it. Throw us hashtag replay so I can follow up with you tomorrow. We're going live every day this week because we have a new winner of 10-Day Fitpreneur that we have announced every single day. And instead of giving you the overview of what 10-Day Fitpreneur is, like we've done in our last 2 trainings, today I want to help you brainstorm how you can create your own front-end offer or low-ticket offer for your own business. So day 2 today is all about course brainstorming. Now, there are going to be 3 elements of your business that you are going to want to be able to provide a highly valuable service that don't take up too much of your time. And this is what 10-Day Fitpreneur is all about when it comes to delivering for coaches, trainers, therapists, whoever what might be that need to just get the ball rolling. That is why we created 10-Day Fitpreneur. That is why I wanted to meet people where they were if they were not ready to jump on board in our inner circle. And I want to give you the steps to do the exact same thing for your own business. And the 3 elements of your business that you need to consider for your coaching platform are going to be fitness, nutrition, and accountability. Now, these very common things when it comes to what personal trainers do are why you have a job in the first place. I had a conversation with a gentleman today who showed me his space. He has a 1-car garage. He's got a squat rack. He's got a boxing ring set up. He's got a tire, couple dumbbells here, but that was pretty much it. And halfway through our conversation, it was, hey, I'm thinking about doing X. I'm thinking about implementing this. I'm thinking about adding this to my gym. What do you think? And I just sat there in silence. And he goes, you don't think that's a good idea? And I thought, I told him this. It's not about what we have. It's about how we make people feel. And one of the biggest mistakes that I made when starting my garage gym business was trying to be something that I wasn't. Where I came from was not who I was. And the place that I came from was a big fancy gym with showers and lockers and a sauna and a pool and scented towels and all these things that I just couldn't do. I had to switch up the kind of vision that I had for the service that I wanted to provide to match the space that I was providing for my clients. And here's the thing. Nobody that comes into my garage gym is expecting a sauna or a pool or scented towels or a refrigerator or a smoothie bar. They're just not expecting that stuff. So I am in a really good position to set myself apart, not from those big gyms, but from people who might be doing garage gyms. And you know what? There's not a lot of us. So I'm in a really good position to provide a very high value service to the people who are here for one thing. And that one thing is me. In your business, that one thing is going to be you. And so we currently have a handful of trainers who are running 28-day, 6-week, and so forth challenges. So the way that they're formulating it is in this course format. And what do I mean by that? Really, when it comes down to the education that you provide, the accountability that you provide, what can you brainstorm as a way that is hands-off, but provides a level of accountability to your clients that they just can't do on their own? Because think about it, fitness is free, nutrition is free, weight loss is free, go for a run, eat a little bit less, all that stuff is free. If you could do it yourself, you would. That is pretty much the best answer for anybody who says, hey, your service is too expensive. If you could do it yourself, you would. You would have. You could have. You just didn't. And you don't. So what are the value adds that you can provide in a course format that are repeatable, that don't take up too much time, and that you can have them do step-by-step processes to implement for success? This is what we do in the 10-Day Fitpreneur. You've got step-by-step video walkthroughs, me talking to the camera like this. You've got checklists, you've got templates, you've got scripts, you've got guidebooks, you've got all this stuff in a course. And the cool thing about the course is you can't move on to the next lesson until you finish the first one. And that is done by intention. because I don't want somebody just watching through all the videos and then saying, okay, great, I watched them all and it didn't work, because you didn't implement. So you got to think about your course in the same way. And I want to talk to you specifically about a low ticket front end offer that is going to be based on habits, whether it's fitness or nutrition or accountability, your ability to teach people new daily habits that are going to change their life will be something that can be evergreen, something that you can continuously update and add to the portal, something that you can tweak, something that you can have printouts for, something that you can make videos on. All these kind of things are what people don't receive from an app. They're the things that people don't receive from downloading some fitness guru's Instagram $29 program. It's the habit building stuff that keeps clients for life. And you can provide this to your current active client base, or you can create a new program for clients who might not be ready to join your high ticket or golden ticket offer just yet. And so I haven't even formulated these things because my coaches in my program are doing all the thinking when it comes to this stuff. And they've got great ideas for nutrition, for accountability, for fitness. I'm going to just take my whiteboards here and do some live thinking. And if you can't tell, I'm not a very smart man. I'm not an incredibly talented man. I'm just a guy who likes to brainstorm a lot. And when I do, I usually use these whiteboard squares and I write on them. And I just think, okay, if I'm going to create something for my clients, what are the elements that I need to incorporate? We already discussed the 3 pillars, right? Fitness, nutrition, accountability. Okay? If you're in the comments, you're watching this live, you're watching the replay, what other pillars are in your business? I want to know, because I want to see if I can implement that for my training business. I want to steal your ideas. I don't just have all the ideas. So if you do stuff besides fitness, nutrition, accountability, maybe you also do body work. Cool. Let me know in the comments what you're doing. Again, if you're here live, hey, what's up? Evan, nice to see you. Hashtag live in the comments. Throw us a like. Let's build this video. Now, with all of these elements, let's talk about fitness. All right? So there's going to be weight loss. There's going to be strength gain. And let's say there's going to be mobility. All right? Pretty simple. For nutrition, right? We can think about timing, nutrient timing. We can think about, macros. We can think about calories. What else? Any other ideas in those comments? H2O, right? Water intake. Just some things that are coming to mind. In the accountability action, what are some of the things that you might want somebody to hold you accountable to? Sleep, mindfulness. What else? Comments. Any ideas for accountability? Sleep, mindfulness, steps. I don't know. You can really come up with a million different things. And here's what's cool. I've just created, forget fitness for a second. From a nutrition and accountability standpoint, I've just created a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 week low ticket front end program. Just from those lists. Want to see it? Let's do this. Another whiteboard. This has nothing to do with fitness. And here's what's cool about this. People aren't paying us because we got the best squat racks, tracking food and activity, awesome. They're not paying us because we write the best programs. My programs are fine. If you want to know the secret about my programs, I'll tell you. It's called FitMaps, program I created, and it's actually in 10-Day Fitpreneur. I give you access to how I am able to do semi-private training for up to 6 people and charge personal training prices. But let's just talk about nutrition and accountability, right? So we've got nutrient timing, we've got macros, we've got counting calories, we've got water, we've got sleep, we've got mindfulness, and we've got steps. All right. Now, whether or not you agree with these things is okay. I'm not even saying that these are things that I would do, but if I'm trying to create a 7-week, a 49-day low ticket offer, let's say I want to sell it for $97. Right now, the beta test offer of the 10-Day Fitpreneur, right? Week 1, how am I going to make this as easy as possible? Don't even have to do fitness just yet. I can tell them to download an app. Go ride your Peloton 3 days a week. That's fine. Do that. If that's what you got already, cool. let's focus on nutrition and accountability. What one thing am I going to have you do right now? Well, how much sleep are you getting? Okay, it sucks. What I want you to do is start tracking your sleep. So week 1 is going to be sleep 8 hours. Okay, if you want to make it 6, you want to make it 7, that's fine. But I'm just going to have them do one thing. I'm going to tell you why at the end. Okay? Week 2. We've already developed this habit of sleep, right? And I'm going to go through the weeks first, and then I'm going to show you how I might track this. Okay? Week 2. Let's get into some nutrition. Hydrate. I want, let's say, gallon of water. Gallon H2O. Every day. Right? So all these things are going to be every day. Cool? Week 2. That's the one thing you got to do. Week 3. Calories. Right? I want you to meet a caloric goal. Okay? Meet a caloric goal. Meet goal. Meet goal. Now I'm getting them to do a little bit more specific stuff. A little bit more difficult stuff. All right? Week 4. 10,000 steps per day. Cool. So I'm halfway through this program. And I said it's going to be 7 weeks because that's 7 items. It's actually going to be an 8-week program. Right? What's cool about this so far? There's no coaching involved that can't be provided via videos. There's no coaching involved that can't be provided via worksheets. And you can do checkpoints Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. You can go live in your free Facebook group to hold your clients accountable at a very low ticket offer for 30 minutes once a week and still provide a ton of value, right? Week 5. Got 10,000 steps, got our sleep, got our water. Mindfulness. 10 minutes, meditate. Every day. Cool. Week 6. We've already got calories. We've already got timing. Oh, we don't have timing yet. We don't have macros yet. Okay, for me, nutrient timing is easier. For some of you coaches, maybe macro tracking is easier. But for me, I want to go a little bit easier to difficult or more advanced. Let's not even call it difficult. But I'm going to do nutrient timing. So I'm going to do IF protocol, intermittent fasting. Again, if you don't follow these things, that's totally fine, right? But now I'm going to get them to eat within a specific window relative to their workouts, relative to the day. Week 7, now we're getting into macro counting, weighing food. Guess what week 8 is? Exit strategy for you. Now look at this 8-week program. In week 1, I've got them sleeping 8 hours a night. Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy for them to do, easy for them to track, easy for you to make 3 videos discussing the benefits of sleep on recovery, on energy, on parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system activity, on how to be a better human. And all you've done is tell them to sleep 8 hours. Cool. Maybe it's 2 videos. Maybe it's 1 live stream. Easy. Week 2, drink a gallon of water every single day. And then you discuss the benefits of hydration. Another 2 videos, another 3 videos, another worksheet. Get them to print out a weekly sleep schedule, a weekly water tracking sheet as well. How easy is that for you to do? Cool. Week 3, meeting their caloric goal. So you give them a little calculator. Calculate your body weight relative to your goal. All right, cool. Now I don't want you to eat more than that. So all you got to do is track your calories, even if you're eating shit, right? If you're eating ice cream all day, that's okay. If the calories say that you can only have 1,500 calories, then you're going to have 1,500 calories in ice cream. I don't care. Just track that, right? At the end of each week, I'd also do like maybe a little how do you feel? A little journal entry, a little submission to your free group, a little review for these low-end, low-ticket clients of yours. Not a bad idea, right? Week 4, 10,000 steps. Again, step tracker, pedometer. You've got a Fitbit, you've got a watch. Cool. You know what? If you are doing a challenge like this, you're asking people to track their steps. You could buy a $30 fitness tracker. You could give it to them when they hand you $150 for this low ticket offer. What a great value that is for me as your potential buyer. This guy comes ready with a fitness tracker for me, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, pretty cool, right? That's called Giftology. Look up that book, Giftology. It is covered in 10-Day Fitpreneur and in our inner circle, and it's also something that we adhere to. We gift all of our clients a lot of stuff. Week 5, 10 minutes of meditation. What can you do about that? How can you track that? How you can make that some type of data point? All of these things are providing you with data. Week 6, IF protocols, giving them a window, talking about the benefits of intermittent fasting. Week 7, macro counting. Week 8, macro counting might be a little bit harder. They might need a scale. Is that a gift that you send them? At week 4, hey, you're going to need this for week 7. Congratulations. This $12 scale just bought you another client. I know those things are crazy, but those kind of gifts are things that you can do, and you don't have to think about it. You can automate those processes. Amazon ships everywhere. I know. Week 8, exit strategy. You get to review all of these things. And you know what you're going to find out? I wasn't sleeping 8 hours a night. And then I did it on week 1, and then on week 2, and then on week 3, and then on week 4, and then week 5. And then all of a sudden, you've given them 7 weeks of new habits that they will adhere to and be ready for your medium, golden ticket, or high ticket offer. I literally just pulled that out of nowhere. That you saw me handwrite it, you saw me just come up with the stuff, right? What you have done is given them 7 incredibly valuable habits, and you didn't have to do anything. All you had to do was create the program and then sell the program. And then what ends up happening at week 8? You've charged somebody $97. If you're giving those gifts, you get a $30 Fitbit or a activity tracker. You also plan on gifting them a scale. You don't let them know it comes with it. You just gift it to them. Maybe your program costs $200, $300, right? As opposed to your $2,000 offer, right? You've given them 8 weeks of incredibly valuable, life-changing habits. And besides the initial, here you go, right? Here's my gift. These are just recorded videos. These are just templates. These are just worksheets. These are just checklists. These are just downloadable things that can go into a course that runs forever. If you come up with some new knowledge that you think would be valuable for your course, then you throw it in there. But it's not the repeated day in, day out, on your feet, sessions constantly that your one-on-one or your semi-private service clients do receive. That is really valuable. You should not devalue those services. You should be charging an arm and leg for those services because that's how hard you work. But to create a new lifestyle for somebody, to give somebody the ability that they can now sleep restfully, that they can consume this much water, that they know how to now track calories, they can see the benefit of it. And all these things might not work together, but you give them the opportunity to learn what intermittent fasting is, to learn what macro counting means, to learn the benefits of 10 minutes of meditation, to learn. They're going to walk away a winner. And one of the things that we talk about in 10-Day Fitpreneur is that with all of our assessment processes, we want our clients to walk away feeling like $1 million. Because what ends up happening most of the time, people come in and you're told this all the time when it comes to high ticket sales. You're told this constantly, which is dig into their pain. And man, I've done that before. And I kind of hate myself for that. Because that is not how you breed winners. We are not Olympic athletes. We are not in the army. We are not trying to weed out the weak. We are trying to promote the good in everybody. We're trying to get the best out of people, and you don't get the best out of people by making them feel like crap. And so my previous movement assessments used to be like, all right, can you do a clean and jerk? Because I was a CrossFitter, right? No, that sucks. All right, let's see your best Fran, right? Any CrossFitters in here? 21 reps of pull-ups, 15 reps of pull-ups, 9 reps of pull-ups with, I think it's 21, 15, and 9 of thrusters, right? And if you were under like 7 minutes, you suck, right? If you puked, good. Man, what an idiot I was. And I still am. I'm still learning, right? But my assessment process now is like, can you touch your toes? Cool. Can you do a push-up? No, that's like the most aggressive aspect of my assessment process. Can you do a push-up? You know why it's aggressive? Because what ends up happening when somebody hasn't done a push-up in ever, right? They're like, no, it's embarrassing. Like, it's not embarrassing. It's okay. I'm just checking. I want to make sure it doesn't hurt. The only thing I'm doing in my assessment process is making sure that you don't hurt. Because if you hurt, I got to refer you out. But it's okay if you suck at a push-up. We'll get you there. Is that something you want to do? Hell yeah. You want to feel good doing a push-up? All right. Let me actually show you how you do a push-up right now. And then I take them through some regressions. Oh, crap. That feels really good. As opposed to old Evan, which was like, Fran, can you do a backflip? No, you suck, right? And that's the beauty of creating these mini courses, is you're going to meet people who are down in the dumps, who might not be able to afford your service. And if you're like me, you still want to be able to help them. You still want to go above and beyond and provide them something of value that they can't get from an app. That's you. That is your accountability. That is your message. That is your voice. That is your video. That is your worksheets. That is your templates. That is your course. That is your low ticket front end offer. And I just created it for you. It's crazy, right? Did it in 20 minutes. Now, in the coming days, I'm actually going to show you some of the back end stuff. I'm going to show you Thinkific. I'm going to show you the course program that we use for 10-Day Fitpreneur. Show you how easy it is to create your own course. It really is like drag and drop, make your own video. I'm going to show you how to do that tomorrow. On Thursday, I'm going to show you what it means to create a cool looking sales page and marketing page. And then on Friday, as we close this down for our last Facebook Live Blitz for this week, I'm going to show you what the advertising campaign looks like. I'm really excited for that because I love advertising. I love running ads. If you're in here and you're not one of my clients, or I mean, even if you are one of my clients, most likely you came in here through one of my ads. Something about my messaging spoke to you. And it won't speak to everybody. And you'll get a lot of hate. And that's the beauty of it, is because the more polarizing you are, the more people are going to be attracted to you and detracted from you. They're going to repel your message. And the real haters are going to comment, and then they're going to boost the algorithm and get more of the right people to see your ads. I love advertising. It costs money. It's confusing if you don't know how to do it right, but it is incredibly rewarding because it's just more data points to prove you right or to prove you wrong. And those are two very valuable data points. Now, before we go, I want to open this up for any questions that you guys might have. If you are going to have questions, go ahead and type them now. Start off with one letter just so I know that you're typing. Put a T in so that I don't shut it down before I give you the opportunity. If you don't have any questions, that's okay. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. But before we do, we have one more winner to announce of the 10-Day Fitpreneurs free program. Again, it's lifetime access for everybody. Right now, we're in our beta test until Saturday. It's only $97 and it's lifetime access for the entire thing. But our winner for today is Dylan Conrad. Congratulations, Dylan. Dylan has been a huge supporter of the Garage Gym Revolution. He's come in with an incredible amount of insight and interest and has helped me and some of our clients really grow their business and helped grow this group as well. So Dylan, I'll be sending you that invite to 10-Day Fitpreneur very, very soon. Thank you guys very much. All right, I got a T, which means that somebody is typing a question, which is fantastic. Again, if you're watching live, right, you want to ask a question, go ahead and do that. If you're watching replay, you can type that replay. Just make sure to @me, Evan Flock, so that I see it and I can answer your question tomorrow. The other thing that I want you guys to know about my lives is that I am not the arbiter of truth. If you disagree with something, if you agree with something, #agree, #disagree is almost as valuable as #live and #replay. I want to have the best dialogue here as possible because I am not the arbiter of truth. And if you disagree with something that I put out, I need to hear it. What are the certifications you think are best? This is actually covered in 10-Day Fitpreneur, but it's not something that I'm hiding because I get this question a lot. And the thing is, yes or no, are you a certified personal trainer already? Like, are you looking for CEUs, continuing education, like Rock Tape and Strong First and Kinstretch? Or are you thinking about like NASM, NSCA, like to get your CPT? Don't like dead air. Either I'm going to answer. If you're a PE teacher with a master's. Okay, gotcha. So certifications, now this is where an opportunity for people to agree or disagree, are pretty much useless. I know. Terrible. Why? Because the only real reason for you to get certified is to get a job. Now, for me, that's useless because I run my own business. I don't need a certification. I am certified through the NSCA. I have what's called a Tactical Strength Conditioning Facilitator certification. And the reason why I got certified as a TSAC-F is because I had friends in fire, police, and military in service who I was training, and some of my buddies were thinking about joining the LAFD, Los Angeles Fire Department. And my best friend was one of those people, and he's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to challenge myself and try it. I was like, if you do that, I'll join. I'll get certified as a TSAC-F. And so he went after it, and so did I, and then I got certified. And that was cool. It was a cool experience. It allowed me to get hired. But in general, most generic certified personal training certificates are going to be relatively useless to you. And I say that having gone through a lot of certifications. The best piece of advice that I can give to anybody is, if you already understand fitness, if you have a master's, I'm not sure what it's in, but if it's in education or if it's in like kinesiology or something related to the field, like, you're probably okay. Certified personal training doesn't really mean anything. It's just like, do you know the lifts? Cool. Do you know how to not hurt people? Let's see if I have the book out here. I don't. I really like the NSCA. Don't get me wrong. The reason I like the NSCA is because their membership is for their Journal of Strength and Conditioning, and they've got all kinds of different magazines and articles. And when I was focused on learning everything I could about fitness, the NSCA is the authority, like, period. If you need to get a CPT, or if you're going for a CSCS, or if you're going for a TSAC-F, there's nothing better than NSCA because the community is really good. But when it comes to like learning the skills, it's like being a chef. You don't learn from reading cookbooks, you learn from being in the kitchen. And so what ends up happening for a lot of people is, I get that question, what do you think the best certifications are? And in general, I think they're all just trying to take your money. NSCA has the best education outside of the certification, which is why I believe it's the best. But in general, you're going to learn from more of the CEUs that you'll gather when you start to develop more skills, like Strong First for kettlebells, or Kinstretch for mobility, Rock Tape for K-Tape, right? They all have their own education platform behind the certification and behind like the techniques themselves. That's where you get the most value. Neurokinetic therapy, if you get into manual therapy. Dynamic neuromuscular stabilization, if you get into pain and that kind of stuff. Like, there's the world of certifications is just like really, really huge. You teach coach at a junior college, awesome. Yeah, in general, like, don't take my word for it, and I also don't want to say it's not a good thing to get. I would just say that if you are trying to do things on your own terms, it's not necessary. Because you know how many of my clients ask me about my certifications? None, right? That does not mean pursuing greater education, you work at a college, you know this, right, is not worth it, is not valuable. You won't receive any benefit from it. You absolutely will, but when it comes to like, hey, I want to like start training. That's it. I want to run my garage gym. Open your garage gym. I want to do online training. Like, do online training. You do not need a certification for that. Growing your skills outside of that, tons of places you can go, and I've got a ton of recommendations. So if you have any more specific questions about what you want to learn, I've got I'm very certified, so I will more than happily have a conversation with you outside of this, and you are very welcome. Thank you for the question. Dylan, I'll be sending you a confirmation a little bit later. Everybody else, thank you for being here. If you have any questions, at me, Evan Fluck. I'll be back tomorrow for day 3. I can't wait to show you what we've got in store for this course creation week. Have a good rest of your day. Later.